Cringe. Ew, I can't believe I just did that. But you know, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm about to spill the tea. I'm about to spill the real tea about how inmates, female inmates in prison, seduce the correctional officers. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. So, is that awkward of me stopping there? Let me know below what you guys think. So, good morning. If you're new here, hi, my name is Christina. Whenever I was 21, I was sentenced to 3 years prison in the state of Florida. Now, with that comes a lot of different things, okay? When you are in prison, especially as a female, like, listen, us as women, we got needs, okay? Why are we trying to act like women don't have needs? Why are we trying to act like it's only men that have needs? I don't know about y'all, but I got needs. You got needs? Let me know below. I got needs, just saying. So I'm going to do a video today telling you guys some of the ways that women in the female prison will try and do seduce officers. You notice how I said officers, right? Because it does not matter male or female. We all have our preferences, okay? Women officers can be seduced as well. Yes, they can. Before I spill all the juicy details and all of the tea, I would love to see a male prison channel recreate this video and let us know how the male inmates seduce officers while they're in there and like all the ways. I think that would be so interesting. And when I say that, by the way, can I just tell you guys something? I know my girl Jessica Kent. Do y'all know Jessica Kent? Are you following Jessica Kent? Because you should be subscribed to her YouTube channel and you should be following her on Instagram. That is my girl, and she's got some really good content. She talks about prison stuff, she talks about family stuff, she talks about losing her daughter to the system because she had her baby while in prison. She also talks a lot about like addiction and the struggles and stuff like that. So if you know anybody, or if you are struggling with any of those things, or if you have a family member, friend, her channel is a good place to go. But I've been talking to her recently and she's been getting a lot of comments of people saying things like, you're copying Christina, Randall, whatever. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you guys, if you have thought that or said that, or I know that you're trying to have my back. I know you're trying to take up for me and I appreciate your heart in that instance. But I do want to say that nobody's copying anybody, in my opinion. Like, if I do a video and this is the title, ways that, you know, women or ways that female inmates seduce, and then another channel does that, that is cool with me. Like, you know, it's the same thing with like beauty YouTubers who all review the same product, right? They're all gonna have different opinions. If you watch a channel about a certain topic, you probably watch multiple channels about that topic because you like to hear different people's opinions. So as far as I go, any other prison channel or any story time channel or anything that gains maybe inspiration from what I talk about and they want to recreate it in their own way, I think that's cool, you guys. Like, you got a big green light from me. Like, and if you do, send me the link so I can watch it because I think it's interesting. So it ain't nothing but love over here, and that's how we roll. So y'all ready to hear the tea? Y'all ready to find out some of the ways that women will seduce an officer? All right, let's get into it. All right, we're gonna start off slow. The first way that women start to seduce an officer is by eye contact. Yes, I know, you're probably like, Christina, really eye contact? Yeah, you would be surprised at how many officers don't even make real eye contact with us, okay? Especially for long periods of time. So I'll give you an example. Say I got a little crush on somebody. Did y'all watch my video about my flirtationship with an officer? I'll leave it linked below. If you haven't seen it, you should go and watch it. So we're gonna scoop you out like, okay, he's hot or she's hot or whatever your preference is, and we're like looking at you for a long period of time, and every time you come on shift, we are looking at you to see if we can get that long periods of eye contact. At first, the officer, if they're interested in you or if they find you attractive or anything like that, they're probably gonna dart their eyes, you know, like, oh, and that's the first sign, like, they can't give me no eye contact, or, you know, and that could go both ways. You could be making them feel uncomfortable. Let's be real here, but whatever. So you're going to try to catch long periods of eye contact. And you're going to do that over and over and over again so you can kind of soften them up a little bit. The second way that women start or try to start to seduce an officer is by flirting with them. Why flirting with them is the thing. Okay, well, you're not really going to have a lot of interactions with the officers. Like, they're just really like there to tell you what to do, make sure you're not hurting each other, supposedly. I mean, of course, you always have those officers that are going to go above and beyond and try to throw you in the hole for something that you didn't do, like they did me multiple times. Anyways. But flirting with them, like maybe saying, like maybe commenting on something and saying like, oh, Mr. J, I see you got a fresh haircut. Like, I like your haircut. They'd be like, thank you, blah, 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 whatever your name is. You know, like just little flirts, and see how they're going to react to you, right? See if they're going to like smile, if they're going to blush, or if they're going to be dead over it. Like, you know, okay, so, and even if they do that, you're going to do it 5 or 6 or 7 more times to see if they start softening up. Y'all know, we've all, like, listen, how many of y'all have been in a relationship with somebody and at first, like, they were flirting with you or whatever and you were not interested, but then they start chasing you, right? And you just kind of start to, like, soften up. Like, come on, ladies, you know we love the chase. We love the chase. Let's not even deny it. So, all right, that's the second way. Let's move on to the third way. The third way that women start to try to seduce officers is by asking for things. Now, what do you mean by this? Okay, going up to the guard station and saying, can I have some pads? And then you come back in 2 hours, can I have some pads? Can I have a sick call? Can I have a whatever? You just always find a reason to go up there and ask them. And then the women are always, you know, they're just, when they're trying to seduce an officer, they're trying to see how they're going to respond, if they're going to smile when they walk up, if they're going to be genuinely irritated, or if they're like, you know, they're going to come up to the window and give you a pad and be talking to the other officer, just throw it out the window, no eye contact, no nothing. Or if they come up to you and say, Christina, why you keep coming and getting these pads? And you're like, oh, no reason. Like, I just, you know, I need them. You know? Cringe. Ew, I can't believe I just did that, but you know. All right, let's move on to the next little way that women start to seduce officers while they're in prison. Now, this was me for sure, trying to get away with stuff in front of them deliberately. Okay, now what do I mean by this? Okay, I know I'm not supposed to be doing something like, say, let's say after lights out, you know, on a weekday, and I'm supposed to be, you know, in the bed or whatever, and I see that officer on at nighttime that I got a little crush on. I'm gonna go over to my homegirl's bed and talk to her and sit on her bed where he can see me in the window and keep looking up at him. And he never says anything to me. Okay, all right, I see you. Let me get away with this. Okay. So then, you know, I'm going to go in there and get water in the middle of the night or something when I'm not supposed to, and just start trying to get away with things to see if maybe he's treating me a little bit different than he's treating other people. And yeah, like, or being outside and doing things outside that you're not supposed to be doing while you see the officers looking at you. You know that they're letting you get away with it, and then you've already been flirting, you've already been asking for other things, you've already been doing all this, but you see this same officer getting on to other people for doing the same things you're doing. Inmates, they're working on you. They're wearing you down. Okay, so another way that women will try to seduce an officer is, and you guys know I'm guilty of this, is passing notes. Now, this is a very bold step when you pass a note, because it can go either way. It could have been the officer was just really being nice to you and, you know, really trying to have a, you know, whatever, and it could be because they like you. And so this really sounds like I'm giving tips on how to seduce an officer, but I promise I'm not. I'm just kind of telling you guys what goes on the inside of the gate. So you write a note. Now, when you write a note to an officer, and you're never going to put their name, because you're sealing your fate right then and there. I mean, if you, like I did, if you didn't watch the video, like I said, it's linked below, you don't put to it too. You just put like, hey, or hey, sexy, or whatever. Ew, I can't believe I said it. Like, but I was 21 then. I would never start a letter off with hey, sexy now, but you know, at 21 years old, like, hey, boo, hey, boo thang. Anyways, but even back then I put hey. So hey, and then you write the note, and then you sign it, you know, your name or nobody's name or whatever. And then you can either drop it in front of them like I did, make sure nobody else is around, or you can go and throw it in the window in the little slot when they're up there. Now that's super bold. That is super duper duper bold, because then they know it's to you and there's cameras around. But I think the best way to pass a note to an officer is to walk by and actually drop it in front of them, because they're gonna pick it up, because it could be something bad, right? It could be something that like we're discussing, or an escape plan or something. So they're gonna pick it up and they're gonna read it, and then you're gonna go from there. And the first thing you're gonna know is if they call you into an office later on and talk to you about it, like, you drop this note in front of an officer, you know, do you need to go under investigation? And then you go, oh no, I didn't mean to drop that. That wasn't to him. I wrote that for my boyfriend. Like, oh my gosh, I was just telling him that I could feel a chemistry between us. You know, good Lord, master's degree and but you never want to put a name. So that's another way that they do it. Okay, let's move on to the last way that we're going to talk about today, in the most cringeworthy and the most embarrassing way. All right, let's do it. This is one that I was not guilty of, shockingly, with my 21-year-old crazy self. I mean, I did do some other things, I won't lie, but I didn't go as far as this, okay? Purposely walking around out of the shower while they are in the guard station. Yes. This happens all the time. If any of y'all have ever been in a prison, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When that really fine officer comes on shift and he's standing up in the guard station with his hands in his pockets or whatever, and he's looking around or whatever, and you obviously got to take a shower in that moment because you're really hot. And so you're going to get out of the shower with your towel on and drop it. Oops. Pick it up. Girl, and you know, they deal with this all the time. They deal with this all the time. I can guarantee y'all, if you are married to an officer and he works in a female's prison, I bet you if you ask him this, he's going to be like, yes. Anytime I'm on, these women trying to find a way to walk around naked in front of me. And it happens. How many of my male subscribers right now are like literally on the computer applying to be an officer? But yeah, it happens. So that's what they do. Ain't nothing to drop a little towel. Oops. Excuse me, stop looking, Mr. J. How rude. Why do y'all put up with me? Why do y'all put up with me? Anyways, I hope that you guys like this video of me telling you guys some of the ways that women seduce officers while they are in prison. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to like this video. It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so very much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust.